When considering the effort behind obtaining the accomplishment of salutatorian of the class of 2019, one question remains. Who is Daniella Wilson? To answer such a query is like peeping through the lens of a kaleidoscope when held up to the sun and being mesmerized by the brilliance of the dancing, colorful shapes that complement each other. She is the middle child of Robert and Lorena, the peacemaker sister of Gabriella and Adriana. She is the dog lover of Bear and Bella, and the girlfriend of Riley Wallace. Described lovingly as a chubby baby, she ate everything, and on one occasion even ate a screw. Her dad reflects upon her homecoming experience of her surprise at being so well received during the pep rally, the audience's thunderous applause, to which her dad questioned, "Caleb is really popular, isn't he?" They were probably cheering for him. Or in the seconds before being crowned homecoming queen, they shared a moment on the field, and she asked her dad, "What should I do? Cheer? I'm so nervous when they call out my name." And her dad replied, "They're not going to call your name out." But call her name they did. And her sister Gabby points out that as physically beautiful as her sister is, she is the most beautiful on the inside. Speaking of her friends and family, she enjoys her apps, especially that Starbucks one. She's known to sometimes obsess over chai tea lattes, occasionally thinking of them as meals. She's a dream chaser. At the tender age of 7, she started playing softball and expressed, "I want to play on TV. I want to play in the snow." And she will do just that as she enters George Washington University in the fall as the recipient of an annual combined scholarship award totaling $54,500. And as a member of their Division I softball team. Daniella is the ultimate team player, ultimate student athlete. Her high school pursuits have included basketball, volleyball, cross country, and softball. Her teammate Rachel Sadak recalls a moment during their sophomore softball season when Daniella hit a home run. Instead of celebrating by pretending to roll a bowling ball while running from third base to home plate as the team previously agreed, Daniella dropped to the ground and rolled head over heels like an actual human bowling ball. During team warm-ups, as Kodak Black's song ZZ played, she and her teammates would make statistic jokes. Miss Berlin should be proud. Other players thought they were such nerds. Mr. Kohler Gross remembered a presentation involving good old Kent Murphy. And though rough around the edges, his skits provided Daniella with the opportunity to recap and analyze one of the most ridiculous books of all time, Catch-22. From her glued-on paper mustache to the backwoods accent as she proclaimed Giuseppa, a son of a biscuit, who wanted to go home and hit dingers, she was in rare form as she jokingly berated her friend and teammate, Peyton Darnell, on the finer points of pouting and throwing temper tantrums on the softball field. Ms. Ritter describes her as assiduous. Merriam-Webster defines this adjective as showing great care, attention, and effort. Synonyms include meticulous, industrious, hardworking, and conscientious. Daniella can clearly see her place in this large world and has determined to make it better as a result of being here. Additionally, Ms. Ritter described her medical field aspirations and that her action research has stemmed from watching every season of Grey's Anatomy faithfully, performing life-saving resuscitation on her teddy bear just in time, and then colliding headfirst into a catcher during a preseason tournament, possibly just to gather information about the new concussion protocol introduced by Mr. Swing, all for research purposes. On the sentimental side, she yearns to be an anesthesiologist because it is her hope to be a presence in life's critical moments, as seen in her relationships with her grandfather, grandmother, and the much-beloved Indian Land coach, Mike Kersey. She prefers to focus on the positive and the role such thinking can play in the healing process. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education." Please join me in welcoming a modern embodiment of intelligence plus character, the 2019 ILHS Class Salutatorian, Daniella Wilson.
Thank you. Finally, it is the day we've all been waiting for. It is my honor to be this class's salutatorian. To explain what a salutatorian is, I turn to urbandictionary.com. And a salutatorian is the person that just missed being valedictorian by a few GPA points. So basically, second place is the first loser. However, none of us sitting in these chairs today are losers because we will soon walk across this stage and graduate. Thank you to the educators, faculty, staff, coaches, family, and friends who are here today to celebrate the bright future ahead of all of us. Each one of us would definitely not be here tonight without the support of any one of you. Thank you to all of my teachers for teaching me how to think and not what to think. To my friends for bringing endless love and laughter to my life. To my coaches for preparing me for the obstacles that I will face in life. And most importantly, to my parents for helping me see the brighter side of every situation and for supporting me in everything I do. The hardest part about this next part of my life is going to be leaving you all behind. But I know I will get through it with the help of a few of the life lessons that each of you have taught me. I've been a student at Indian Land since I was in kindergarten, and I am fortunate enough to say that I have loved every minute of it thanks to my classmates sitting in front of me. From our 5th grade Wizard of Oz play, to the Riverbank Zoo in elementary school, to the unforgettable field days in middle school, these memories we share has made my school career a memorable one. Although I, as well as most of my fellow classmates, are anxious to experience everything that life after high school entails, I will still miss some things about high school. I'm going to miss seeing Ronnie and Sonny at every sporting event, hearing Carlos sing "Everybody Wants to Rule the World," the Friday night football games, the nights spent getting ready for prom, the teachers who have prepared me for life beyond high school, the homecoming dance and homecoming week, the opportunity to play basketball each year, the comforting small-town feeling of Indian Land, where everybody knows everybody, and last but certainly not least, playing on the softball field with the girls I started my softball career with. Reflecting on the memories that I cherish most about high school has made me realize that it's not the events that have made this journey memorable for me, but instead it's the people. Although I may be a little biased, I believe that the class of 2019 is one of the best classes to graduate from Indian Land High School. Yeah. I say this because this class supports each other through big accomplishments and hardships, accepts everyone for who they are, encourages everyone to be the best that they can be. I wouldn't want to face the challenges and glories of high school with any other class. As we all approach this next chapter in our lives, I want you all to remember this. Accept each challenge with confidence and courage. Don't be afraid of the unknown because God has a plan for you. Be kind to everyone that comes into your life because you never know what a person is going through. View each failure as an opportunity for growth because we are all human and are going to make mistakes sometimes. And most importantly, never lose sight of who you are. Although this may seem like the end, it is the beginning of a new adventure. With that being said, whether you plan on going to college or straight into the workforce, it's not going to be easy. So whenever you find yourself doubting how far you can go, just remember how far you have come. Remember everything that you have faced, all the battles that you have won, and all the fears that you have overcome. You are in charge of your future. Like Dr. Seuss once said, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. So go into the world and do well. But more importantly, go into the world and do good. Your time as a caterpillar has expired, and your wings are ready to fly. Stay humble, work hard, and be kind. Thank you.